Hi guys, my name is Mary Lou. I recently went through vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. That was June 9th of this year, June 9th, 2016. I'll tell you a little bit about me, explaining why I decided to do what I did, and we'll kind of go from there. I'm right now about 3 weeks post-op, okay? I started my weight loss journey, or I guess I should say I started to decide to do this after a really scary blood pressure episode last June 2015. I was rushed to the hospital. My BP level was like 200 over 100. I could have stroked out. I could have easily had a heart attack as well. So at that point, that was kind of like my turning point to decide that I needed to make a permanent change to try and keep weight off. I've been someone over the years that I could lose the weight, but it was something that I could never keep off myself. Food habits came back. I'd lose the weight and then I'd kind of go back to eating, not always a healthy choices. You think, well, I've lost the weight, so now I can go back and eat stuff that I really like to eat all the time. And just unfortunately, you're not going to keep the weight off that way. And I learned that over the years. It's been a struggle for a long time. October 5th, which is October 5th, 2015, was my first appointment for weight loss surgery with a doctor. At that point, I weighed 299 pounds. I'm 5'3". I was at approximately a BMI around 48. Obviously, extremely overweight, extremely obese. I knew this going in, and that's why I made the appointment and saw the physician. They did mention to me that I had a lot of good muscle mass kind of under that fat, which was something that I knew to be true just because I was, over the years, very athletic as well. I mean, I've always been an athletic person. From there, I was given a diet, a pre-op diet to follow, and I had lost over just about 30 pounds and kept that off. I lost about 30 pounds within the first 4 months of doing my pre-surgery program. The biggest thing I gave up to achieve that was pop soda. I haven't had a pop since October of 2015. My new best friend is this. This is ice water with lemon, something that I drink post-surgery every day, after surgery every day. This is a really nifty cup. It's a medical cup. It has a 28-ounce level. Great to help you get the fluids that you need after surgery and to get you used to doing this before surgery. So I was someone that really embraced some of the new lifestyle changes. Another thing that helped me out, because I quit smoking like 9 years ago, so I didn't have to worry about having to quit smoking. I was a very moderate to very rare drinker. That's another thing that you really should not be doing before you have your surgery, just because you need to get used to not having alcohol. I mean, it's something that you can't have for a very long time after surgery, and you could really hurt your stomach from doing that. So all in all, I think I was a good candidate, because some of the habits that people might have, I didn't have those habits. So post-op, to date, I am now at 251 pounds. Again, back in October, I started at 299. I lost 9 pounds in the first 2 weeks at my first 2-week appointment. I'm down 9 pounds. And since then, I've lost another 2. I'm on what's called the pureed stage, so the second 2-week stage after surgery. I will say that it's a challenge to try and meet your protein in for me, my protein goals more so than liquid goals, because I drank a lot of water before surgery, so I kind of used to having doing a lot of drinking throughout the day as recommended. I will tell you that if you're interested in doing the surgery, that it is indeed not an easy thing. There was a lot of fear that crept up before. I was like, my God, I have a family, I have a husband. What if I don't wake up? I mean, those things go through your mind at any major surgery. And for me to actually remove 75% of my stomach voluntarily. Some might say, my gosh, why would you do something like that? Well, for me, that blood pressure scare last year and being on blood pressure medicine, being pre-diabetic, being a high cholesterol person as well, those health concerns outweighed my concern about after, you know, I guess the concerns to not do the surgery. My health problems were creeping in, and so it was important that I tried to take a step to correct that. So I've done that. I'm walking. We've been doing hikes this week alone since Saturday, so just a couple days ago, today being Wednesday, I've hiked a total of 7 miles. For me, that's really good. I'm not usually a walker. I'm more of a swimmer. I'm still at the stage I can't swim yet. I have 3 more weeks before I'm able to get back in the water, and then where I feel more comfortable weight training, doing some other things. But the walking's good. I will tell you that the pre-surgery for me, it was an 8-day liquid diet where I had OptiFast, and you got like 1 protein bar per day, as well as you had to drink about 64 ounces of water as well. Really sucked. Okay, I'll be the first to say that the term hangry doesn't even describe me. I was like momzilla. Okay, I was not fun to be around. I was like hypoglycemic, like felt like low blood sugar. Didn't feel good. I'll be the first to say that was like the hardest part so far. The pre-liquid diet for me was tough. But I'm proud to say that during that phase of this whole thing, I lost 14 pounds. So day of surgery, I was at 260, and I'm now at 251. So I'm really proud of myself so far. I mean, I have to realize too, or guys, anyone who's recently had the surgery as well, it's not a sprint, guys. It's a marathon. I mean, I have a goal. I need to lose 100 pounds to meet the goal I want to. And that might not be within the year. I'm not sure, you know, when I'm going to start seeing major results. I mean, I'm still in the pureed phase of everything. There's certain things I'm just not able to do right now. I'm doing all I can to try and keep, you know, muscle mass intact and to walk and move. Okay? So I'll tell you that anyone considering the surgery, I say if you have health concerns that are, you know, affecting your life, go for it and do it. Is it easy? I must tell you that my experience so far is it's not. But I've been able to get into some clothing that I haven't been able to wear for about 4 years already. So I feel really proud. I think the most important thing is if you can get to, you know, lose at least 30 pounds or so before you have to get surgery. Like, the more weight you can lose before you go under the knife, the better it is for you guys. The more working out you can do before you have to do that, the better within keeping safe, of course, you know, while doing that, depending on where your BMI score level's at. Like right now, I went from a 48 BMI, I'm down to about 43. So I can't be upset about that. I'm actually really proud, and I hope that my first installment, you know, helps some of you. You can think about what you decide to do. I wish everyone out there the best of luck if you decide to also embark on the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. For all of you who are thinking about it, do your research, read some books. Make sure that, I guess one final thought, make sure that you check with your insurance company that they have a hospital of distinction, of excellence, that does the surgery. You have to make sure that you're covered for that ahead of time. That was a mistake that, unfortunately, my insurance company hadn't relayed that to me, and I found out the hard way and had to switch teams right when I was toward the end of my journey to get my surgery. Everything worked out just fine that way, but just saying, like, if you can have one team, of course, from the start of your journey, that's always the best. So That's just one thing I'll say is don't forget about getting them Hospital of Excellence, okay? So I'm going to just say bye for now. Hope you decided to subscribe, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you again. It's been a pleasure. Have a nice day now. Take care.
Leave a like.
Push the red button.